Oh, you guys are here. Hello everyone, I'm Atharva and welcome to Skills in Scrubs. Now just imagine, you are in the ER and a trauma patient comes in and the doctor asks, "What is the GCS?" He is shouting at you and you just froze. Isn't it scary? The patient might die and you don't know the GCS. So today I'll be teaching you how to assess the Glasgow Coma Scale. So don't worry, you will master the Glasgow Coma Scale in the 5 minutes. So stick with me till the end and you will be ready for any kind of emergency. So let's begin. So first, let's learn what is GCS. So GCS is the universal language to assess the level of consciousness. Whether it is trauma, whether it is a brain injury or stroke, you need GCS to assess the consciousness of the patient. This scale tells you the level of seriousness of the patient and it is a very quick method to assess the patient. Get this thing wrong and you might miss a life-threatening condition, and get this thing right, you might save a life. So let's begin by learning what is GCS. GCS is assessed by three things: E, V, M. E stands for I, V stands for verbal, and M stands for motor. So let's see what are these things and what is the score. So GCS is minimum 3 and the maximum being 15. So there is no 0 in GCS. If you get a question saying what is the lowest score of GCS, never say 0. It is the minimum of 3. So let's see what are the parameters and how are they assessed. So let's start with eye opening. Quick trick to remember eye opening is remember E as everyday seeing. The score E1 stands for no response, that is lights out. The score E2 is opens eyes on painful stimulus. Think of it as someone pinching you while you are sleeping and you wake up to the pinching stimulus. The score of E3, that is the person wakes up to the command, that is someone is calling you and you wake up and open your eyes. And the score E4 is spontaneous opening of eyes, that is the wide open eyes are present in the patient. So the second thing is verbal response. Now let's talk. Literally, let's talk. So talking is the best way to assess the consciousness of the patient. The verbal response tells us about how well the patient is communicating. So the score of V1, that is the patient is not at all talking, that is complete silence. V2 is groaning or moaning like a zombie. You might think the patient is dead, but sometimes the patient makes sound. The score V3 is random words. The patient starts saying random things like cup, what, water, tea, out of nowhere. And the score of V4 is the patient is disoriented but is able to speak things. The patient thinks he is in 1920, whereas in actual he is in 2025. So this is V4. And V5 is the patient is completely oriented to time, place, person and is communicating properly with you. Last but the most important parameter is motor movements, because movement speaks louder than the words. So let's assess the motor movement. So M1, that is the one score in motor movement, stands for no response, that is the person is completely movementless, completely lying low. The score M2 is extends to pain, that is the arms and the body is completely stiff and the patient is in shock. The score M3 is flexes to pain. The person is in decorticate posture, that is arms in. The score M4 is withdraws from the pain, that is if you touch a hot pen, you say ouch, it's painful and you withdraw your hand. The score M5 is localizes the pain. The patient pushes you away when he feels the pain is coming from you at certain site. The score M6 is obeys the command. If you ask the patient to show two finger, the patient shows you two finger, and this is how you assess the motor movements from M1 to M6. So since now you have learned the GCS, so now it's time to test what you have learned. Tell me the GCS score of a patient who opens eyes on command, is speaking confusingly and is able to withdraw his hands to painful stimulus. Are you able to guess the GCS score? If you are able to, let me know in the comment section. So let's break it down. So the patient is able to open his eyes on command. So that is E3. The patient is speaking confusingly. That is V4. So 4 plus 3 is 7. Now, the patient is moving or withdrawing his hands to painful stimulus. That is M5. So 7 plus 5, that gives you a score of 12. So GCS score of 12. Now let's assess what are the score ranges and what does that indicate. And a patient with a Glasgow score of 3 is said to be a deeply comatose patient. And just like that, you have mastered the GCS. Now, next time when you are in emergency, you will be confident enough to say, Doctor, the GCS is 9. Immediate intervention needed. And the doctor will be shocked that you know the GCS very pit pat, that you are so confident and you are able to assess it very quickly. If you found this video useful, like, comment and subscribe to my channel and comment down your GCS score from the previous question, and we'll meet you in the next video with another score, that is the Apgar score. You guessed it right. So we'll meet in the next video on next Sunday with the Apgar score video. Till then, stay tuned for more.